turn. If you see me looking at my phone, Liz, I am Karen or Liz. I think of.
It doesn't matter. Everybody calls me either one. I really only go by Karen, and the only reason why I have Karen Liz is just because there's a bazillion Karen Alberts, and so that's my Google my Google hack.
Get that. That's worth it.
If you call me Liz, don't even worry about it.
Okay, I won't worry about it. So thanks for hanging out. I'm looking at my phone. I'm not texting or playing Candy Crush.
Gotcha.
I'm actually.
Well, maybe I am.
It's easier running StreamYard to actually see who's hanging out in the
gotcha.
in the feed. And by the way, I noticed this yesterday when we go in Facebook Live now. Facebook is like running the text down here at the bottom of the screen as I talk. And it's actually pretty good.
That's great. For
all of those of you out there, what's up, Heather? For all of those of you out there that it like you're doing Facebook Live. It's so cool. Howdy from Dallas. So good to see you. Okay, so Karen, let's do this. Yes, Candy Crush. Oh my gosh. There's actually somebody, since Heather, you and Karen are both in our mastermind. There's somebody else in our mastermind. She's been interviewed here before. I'll mention her name right now. And she was one of the designers behind the data algorithm that made Candy Crush so addictive. She's a data designer, pattern data designer with like a Harvard PhD in that. It's her fault. That's the reason you like playing.
It's her fault. We can blame it all on her.
All right. So, Karen, thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, glad to be here.
Karen is a social media like guru, and the reason I have her in here today, obviously we have different guests for different reasons today, but Karen's approach to social media is really good at cracking the code. If you got social media stuff that's just not working, like you're out there posting, you're doing your thing, you're showing up every day, you're trying to make it relevant, you're putting pretty pictures behind it, you're going live, you're thinking about the title and the header and the subject, you're doing all that so hard, you're tagging everybody you know and they're getting ticked off at you, you're doing all the stuff, right? If that's you, that used to be me too. It's not uncommon. And if that's you, then that's why I asked Karen to show up today is just to help us. She has this thing called a 30-day social media facelift that walks us through all of that. But Karen said she would kind of explain that over the next, 15, 20 minutes, answer questions and get people unstuck if social media stuckness is your problem.
Yeah. Welcome, stuckness. I like that word.
Thanks for being here.
I'm going to use that. Stuckness. Yeah. Thanks, first of all. I appreciate the opportunity to just be here with you and everybody out there today. And yeah, I mean, I think that we definitely feel as if we can be very, very active on social media, but at the same time, just sort of feeling as if we're just not being seen, and I have been doing this for over 10 years, started my company in 2010. And prior to that, my background is, sales and marketing. And so, when mid-2000s, when social media came on the scene, I was absolutely fascinated by Facebook because, in the old days, we would have to write our copy and our message and hand it over, right, to the distributors, whether newspaper, television, magazine, radio, whatever it was. And we were dependent upon their schedule and getting in front of their audience, and we had to pay them. So of course, when Facebook came on the scene, I was like, wait a second, we can write whatever we want as often, and it goes out to like everybody, and it's free. So at the time, I was actually working for a software company, and we ended up being one of the early adopters of the private groups. And we used it to allow the community, the clients, for the different verticals of the software to be able to go into the groups and talk to each other about, and it like cut the support cost down like 40%. And it was pretty effective. And then in 2010, I lost my mom really suddenly to cancer, and it just like shifted everything. I don't know if you've ever had a situation that's caused you to completely reevaluate, like, what am I doing with my life? And so I parted ways from the software company, doing some soul searching. And when during that time, my neighbor across the street had a nonprofit organization. And so she came up to me and she was like, well, you're not busy. And you know that Facebook thing. And I've got a fundraiser. And she didn't really give me the opportunity to say no. So I was like, okay. So fast forward 90 days, we had the event. It was a total success. And the real estate agents that donated the space for the event came up to me and said, so how much can we pay you to help us with our social media? And that's literally how it started. I mean, I really hadn't even thought about possibly going down that path, but opportunity knocking, right?
That is so many people's story in this Facebook group. Everybody's like, I don't know how I guess somebody asked me to help with marketing and I listened to a podcast and figured it out.
Exactly. Well, it's so true because we live in such an incredible time where we have all of the tools that are available to us if we really truly do want to venture into something that is unknown. We can pretty much figure out anything, right?
Totally true, yeah.
So, yeah. But when I started out, I did all the wrong things, right? I mean, I started the company, I hired tons of people and I was doing everything for everybody. And then about 4 years in, I just completely shifted and I fired everyone. And I was like, I am not enjoying this at all. And so I just sort of really dug deep and looked at what's the lane that I really want to play in and one that I really energetically really enjoy. And then just said pretty much no to everything else that everybody wanted. And I'd say, here's an expert in website, or here's an expert in logo design, and here's an expert, and just sort of, started to surround myself with those people that could do it, but really honed in on understanding strategically the best way to utilize social media. And that's when I really dug in and decided to focus on going back to my marketing days, which is understanding how to now utilize the social media platforms from a strategic marketing perspective. Because if you think about Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, they really are marketing platforms, but you're never going to see a marketing campaign that's been crafted without clearly understanding who it is that you're wanting to attract, right? As a result of using it. So you're never going to see a sugary cereal box with a mom doing yoga on the front. That's not the market. That's not the target. So it's really all about understanding first and foremost, before you dive into social media, is who is it that you're ideally wanting to attract. And that's really what created I think the unique differentiator in what I offer, is because I would talk to my niche is real estate agents. Almost 99% of my clients are realtors. And I would talk to them and I would hear the same thing over and over again. I'm not being seen. I'm on there all the time. I get better return on my private page versus my business page. And my first question to them would be, well, who is it ideally that you want to attract as a result of using social media? And they're like, somebody with a pulse, basically. And I'd say, okay, well, that's basically right there is probably the crux of why you're not seeing the return on your efforts, is because when you're marketing to everybody, you're pretty much marketing to nobody, right? And so again, it's all going back to marketing 101. If we even strip away the fact that we're talking about social media, we really have to think about it from a strategic marketing perspective. And so then they would say, okay, well, yeah, maybe I do want to go after, first-time home buyers and the millennials. And I'd say, okay, great. Well, we could start working and crafting a strategy to help you get in front of them. But then I would go look at their social media presence, and their presence was just a little like, okay, so you've got a picture of you and your puppy on there, or the top part is cut off, you can't read it all, or it's really fuzzy and blurry, or the biggest name that they've got on there is not even them, right? It's like Coldwell Banker or Remax. And so I say, well, let's clean the house now before we invite the party guests over. So let's do that first. And so that's really how this whole 30-day social media facelift came about. We could get you really clear on the who, but do we really want them to come and look at you and check you out just yet? So let my team of the video designers and the graphic designers and the copywriters, let us, because we're the experts, right? You're the expert in what you do, Mr. or Mrs. Realtor. Let my team be the experts. And not only are we going in and visually doing the facelift for the front end, the eyeballs that are looking at it, we're also doing what I call a back end facelift, which means that we're packing in all of the right keywords and hashtags and call to actions and all the information that I know where the algorithm actually goes to try and profile a business page, because the algorithm is either going to be your friend, right, and help you be seen, or it's going to completely shut you down. And the algorithm we just talk about the algorithm for a second. The algorithm in every social media platform has one primary goal, and that is to keep the user community happy. Because if you think about it, if they start to leave, that's no bueno for the social media platform, right? So the way that the algorithm ensures that it keeps the user community happy is that it ensures that the information that shows up in every user's newsfeed is right in alignment with that user has an interest in. So you and I, Chris, are dictating all day long what we see show up on our newsfeed. And that's based on the pages we like, the posts that we like and comment, even our own posts is all being, even outside, let's just say we go to Google and we search for a pair of shoes. Guess what's on your newsfeed, right? Yep. It's an ad for a pair of shoes. But the algorithm also being sensitive about keeping the user community happy, it doesn't just want all sponsored posts to show up on someone's newsfeed that's in alignment with what they have an interest. They want it to be a good combination of organic and paid. So when the algorithm starts to get a sense of what the user community has an interest in, it starts to profile each individual user. And, you know, during the election, if you were Democrat, guess what you were seeing? If you were Republican, and it's not because you clicked a button that identified your political status or preference, it's because of we naturally are either communicating what we love and what we're celebrating, or what we hate and what we're really frustrated or upset about, right? I mean, that's just our nature. So the algorithm actually goes and scans all of the business pages, looking for business pages that produce content that might be in alignment with what has an interest in. And it will organically connect your content up with that user community. However, if you're using your business page to be all about you and marketing to everybody, the algorithm doesn't have a profile of an everybody. So
okay, that right there is so key. Like, I want to anchor that point. That is such a key point. Say that again. If your Facebook page is about everybody, then I'm just going to try to say it in my own words. If you're just talking to everybody, if your niche is not really dialed in, and particularly your message, the things you're saying, words, typed, lives, whatever, is not very specific about certain points, then Facebook or Google or whoever won't recognize that content as relevant to the masses that are in that space, because it's just blah. They want to recommend a very distinct flavor, not blah.
Exactly. Yeah, that's one way of putting it. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and that is a huge shift in reach and engagement that when people are not being seen and they're not getting reach and they're not getting engagement, it's because we tend to use our social media platforms as a billboard or a commercial that's all about us, right? And that's okay, but there has to be a greater percentage, almost 80% of what you're putting on your page needs to be the information that's going to be relevant to the who that you're wanting to attract. So, prime example is that there was a chiropractor back in Los Angeles that hired me to help him with his social media, and he was frustrated. He wasn't seeing any return on his efforts. And so I asked him, who's your niche market? Who's your ideal client? And he looked at me like,
people with backs.
Exactly. Hello. And I went, all right. So that's probably one of the reasons right there that you're not seeing any return on your effort. So what we did is we actually went and looked at his past clientele and discovered that he had been treating women between the ages of 55 and 75 that were suffering from fibromyalgia. So that's what I call a well, right? So you can either be in the ocean, very small fish swimming around in the ocean amongst all the other fish that happens to be your competition, or you can get into a well, which is very narrow and very, very deep, right? And you can have multiple wells, but you really want to kind of focus on developing one. So we created this well of that demographic of the women with fibromyalgia. He put together a $100 a month unlimited treatment for those women. We basically built a landing page, and then I used the top social media platforms to get in front of that demographic and drove traffic to his landing page and tripled his business in 90 days. And wow. I didn't necessarily take him away from marketing to everybody, but what I did was I helped him get really clear on the niche. Because guess what? If you're a female and you've got fibromyalgia, guess what you're bitching about on social media?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And guess what the algorithm is monitoring? And those are keywords, right? And so you got to make sure that that's what you're packing into not only your content, but sort of the back end of your business page where the algorithm goes to kind of scan and profile so that it can get a sense of, oh, okay, I understand there's 5 questions that the algorithm wants to get answers to when it scans your page: who you are, what you do, how you do it, who you do it for, and where you do it. Which is
Say those again. Say those again.
Who you are. What you do, how you do it, who you do it for, and where you do it, if where is relevant, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Again, with most of mine being realtors, the where is very relevant. Sure. And then we got to get into the who. And when you answer those 5 questions, you want to be coming from the perspective of the who. Does that make sense?
It does,
because
yeah.
you're using all of the keywords that you know that they would be using.
Mm-hmm.
For example, there's a realtor that it was went through my 30-day facelift program a couple of years ago, and brand new, really didn't have a lot of experience in Virginia. And when clients sign on, they fill out this onboarding form, which gives me tons of great information about them. And then my clients and I get back together and we review all that data. And that's really where we craft the strategy and where I help them really get clear on the who. And so he's telling me all about his background and his history. Well, he was in the Navy. I'm like, okay, you're ex-military and you're in Virginia. Like, how do you feel about going after that? Because like attracts like, right? And military family they're very particular and they want to work with each other. Mm-hmm. And so we branded him as the agent to the military. And, if I showed you his page, he's got an incredible video that pulls up that is like the friggin' American flag. I mean, there is no doubt who it is that he is catering to, because visually, when we've drawn the people there, not only are they going to say, oh, because of search engine, he's showing up, but when they get there, they're like, wow, that's really that's the facelift of the front end part, right? So before the 30 days was over, he actually got a lead from a mom in San Diego that her husband just got the reload papers to go to Virginia. And let me tell you, people go on social media and search for what it is they are looking for. He kept coming up. She said, you just kept popping up. Your page kept popping up at the front of the search every single time. And so then she goes and looks at him and she's like, yeah, this guy, obviously he's perfect, because that's who he caters to. So that's really that when I say 30-day social media facelift, there's really critical components of that program that is really going to help you not only fast track everything because you're giving it to me and my team, but you're going to have a strategy. And then I teach you the step-by-step, simple step-by-step instructions on how to use this now really good looking social media brand and presence to connect with that demographic that we've identified as well. So they just feel really educated and empowered to be able to move forward with their social media after the 30 days is over. And then the other thing that I get them is, depending upon which program, is that I get them, several thousand likes onto their page, which they're not targeted. They're from all over, but they are real people. And the big difference in that is that it helps create that competitive advantage, right? Because the reality of it is people come to your page, and if you're a realtor and you've got a couple hundred, or even any business owner, quite honestly, you got a couple hundred or you got several thousand. So there's really two primary advantages that happen when you get the several thousand likes onto your page. One is the point that I just made is that it does make a difference. It's sort of that social proof, right? Are you doing something that is gathering the attention of the community and they want to follow you? Mm-hmm. And that's several thousand more eyeballs on your page for you if you follow the strategy I teach to start to get reach and engagement, because it's all about reach and engagement. And that's a whole other thing that the algorithm looks for.
Yeah. This is a really great topic, because this like buying, forgive the term, buying, attracting, whatever, fake leads, fake eyeballs, fake likes, fake comments, whatever. You're not talking about farming people to make random comments.
No,
you're talking about bringing real humans with real Facebook accounts that are legit people.
Yeah.
But yeah, here's the thing. Some people think, and this is, I love this topic because it is so divisive.
Yeah.
I hate divisive topics, but this one's kind of fun in a divisive way. Some people are like, oh my gosh, if it's not the real person, then it's not real. But some people realize that the Facebook machine is just simply looking for engagement. Mm-hmm. And it's all rigged. That's it. I mean, it's just a machine.
It's just looking for engagement. Exactly. And it is a bit of a numbers game when it comes to that, because of the fact that, let's just say that you have 200 likes on your business page. Mm-hmm. When you post onto your business page, the algorithm does not show that post to all 200 people that have liked your page. And it's doing that because in the very beginning, I was saying its number one priority is to make sure it keeps the user community happy. So it's not going to run the risk of showing that post to 200 users when that post might not add any value to their experience. So what it does is a little bit of a market test first, and it puts that post out in front of maybe like 5 people or 10. Right? It's a very small number. And what it's doing is it's looking to see what type of engagement are you going to get from that 10 people that it's showing the post to. So if those 10 see that post and they do nothing, they don't like, click, they don't like, comment, share, click on the link, click on the video, whatever, the algorithm says, well, that didn't add any value, and I'm not going to run the risk of showing this to any more people. And it literally falls into the Facebook graveyard.
Because Facebook is it's like a middle school popularity contest. Facebook wants to be the coolest kid, and they only want to hang out with cool kids.
Exactly. Yeah. Hence the reason why, if you understand exactly like Heather's saying, relevance is everything. If you understand what the cool kids are interested in, right? And that's what you're putting on your page, that's what's going to get the 10 that see it to engage with it. So it's kind of that ripple effect that you're wanting, is that if the first 10 engage, then it'll go, okay, this is adding value. I'm willing to show this to a few more. And then if they engage, then it's a few more. With the widest ripple being that the algorithm will then start to show your content to that community. Remember that I said that it's monitoring, that doesn't know about you yet, but might have an interest in but you have to earn the right first to prove that you add value to the community that knows about you versus those that don't know about you. And so it's a whole numbers game. So in other words, my point is, if you have 200 people that can give you the ripple versus 2,000 that can give you the ripple, right? You're going to get that ripple a lot faster if you have a larger percentage of eyeballs that can help you to really engage and get that exposure.
Really good. We have 4 minutes left.
Okay.
You're given like insane amounts of value here. If there are, I'm going to say 1, 2, or 3 things that you think are the most important thing that we do every day in our social media accounts, what are
they? You have to be clear before you start. And I'm a broken record about this, about who it is that you are wanting to attract. Who is your community? Mm-hmm. And start to think about, what are they going to have an interest in? And the other thing too is gone are the days of just content. You will not be seen if your strategy is just about content. You now have to layer on top an engagement strategy as well. And I don't mean like getting engagement on your posts. I mean you proactively going out and engaging with the community. And there are really great ways to take your business page and start to connect with all of these other businesses that also cater to the who and that have done all the work of gathering the community. So you can get in there, you can leverage the content these other business pages are posting. If they've done really well and gotten really good engagement, the chances are if you share them onto your page, because it's all relevant to the who, you're going to get good engagement as well. You can engage with the comments of those others that have commented on that page as well. So if we just, for example, and I know we don't have a lot of time, but a realtor in Dallas that I helped, she wanted to really work with divorced moms. So that's what we did, and we targeted. And then I think about all the other business pages that attract a divorced mom and the other professionals that work with divorced moms. So that's basically how you want to stay in that lane and craft your strategy all around finding the engagement and the business pages and the content in the business pages, and then engage with those other businesses as well.
That's good advice. It's deep and good advice, and that takes a little work. Okay, so two kinds of people watching this. One, if you need help figuring out your social media presence, reach out to Liz. I tagged your name in the top of this post. I'm also going to put your 30-day Facebook
Facelift.
Yeah, your 30-day
social media facelift.
Yeah, or whatever website. What website do you want us to go to find you?
It's behindyourcurtain.com.
Behindyourcurtain.com. I'll drop that in the comments here in a minute.
Okay.
And then, so reach out to Liz, to Karen, Liz, Albert. So many names. Reach out to Karen, and make that connection. Also, if you're in the social media space, Karen's really good at explaining how she does this, how she markets this, how she builds this business. I'm sure Karen wouldn't mind. I don't know. I don't want to commit you to anything, Karen, but I'm sure you wouldn't mind even talking to somebody, maybe helping them see how they could build a business like you built, because you've done a really good job in the realtor space, which is really hard to do. Like, you figured out the business model. So excellent. Thank you for being here. My pleasure. It's always a pleasure. Thank you. All right, kids, I have to go because I have a call in 60 seconds. So y'all have a fantastic day. And we'll talk again soon. Thanks. Thank you so much. Bye, Karen. Bye, Chris.